Welcome back to another fun-filled show. I'm your host, T.S. Blanchard, aka Free Blanche, aka Blanstradamus, aka Blanchy Kruger. Today's title is Why I Talk Bad About Black People. Um, so this is the common critique that I get from the left, i.e. the bliggities and the nigglets. This is the critique I get that I'm talking bad about Black people as opposed to talking good about Black people. You see, if you listen close enough, you will see that people always tell on themselves. So when they say I'm talking bad about Black people, that means they're used to only hearing good. Because if they heard a balanced discussion around Black people, then what I'm saying wouldn't be triggering. But the fact that Black folks are triggered by what I'm saying lets you know they only hear praise and adulation. They never hear critique. Think about it. If a white person critiques a Black person, they're racist. If a Black person critiques a Black person, they're a sellout. Like there's no way to hold them accountable. So this is why I don't listen to Black people, because I know they suffer from a cultural lack of character. But again, today's title is Why I Talk Bad About Black People. What's up, Ho Dilla? What's up, Steady Grind? What's up, y'all? Anyway, let's Neek said Black people are a disgrace. What's up, Rashawn? What's up, Mika? What's up, The Winning Walk with Christina? What's up, Real Talk Nikki? What's up, Neek? And what's up, All Is Beneath Me? Jamaica. Stand up. I guess. Is that what y'all do? Original rude boy. Anyway, but let's get into it. What's up, W.A. Banks? What's up, Joe Nobody? Anyway, let's get into it. This is one of the reasons why I talk about Black people. Carrie's mission says accountability is lacking these days. It is. Let me go to a video that I saw today, and okay, let me share this screen.
Of the train.
Yes, I created the train
Oh
videos.
yeah,
I
I've
wrote.
been hearing about this train thing for a while, and I think one of my staff members found it and showed it to me. That's an excellent idea.
Yeah.
How did you come up with that, and why?
I would just see a lot of people whenever Black topics come up. There are a lot of the white supremacists are very good at deflecting, so they would usually get Black people to do the white supremacist rhetoric for them, so that the white supremacists could not be called racist. So that's what I call the train. Black people who will jump in front of white supremacists and protect them by spewing out a bunch of white supremacist talking points like, what about Black on Black crime? Well, all white people are not bad. All white people are not racist. Black people need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. So that's what the train is, basically a bunch of Black people who are put in.
So you heard what he just said. You heard what he just said. So basically, you're a coon if you say all white people are not racist. You're a coon if you say that Black folks have pulled themselves up by the bootstraps. That's what he just said. This is why I get on Black people, because you listen to Tariq Nasheed. The title of this video by Jesse Lee is "We're Still Enslaved," and this is what Tariq Nasheed is stating. Now, you want me as a grown man to subscribe to this type of thinking, where in 2025 I say that I'm still a slave. Now, Tariq Nasheed will call me a coon, but I'm gonna ask you all a question: who's a bigger coon? The person saying they aren't a slave, or the person saying they are a slave in 2025?
Front of the masses by the white supremacists to regurgitate white supremacist talking points so that the white supremacists won't be labeled as racist.
So if I hear you correctly, a coon is a black person, right?
No. See, certain words have different definitions based on who's saying it. When a black person calls somebody a coon, it's based on an action, that's a verb. The white supremacists, all black people are to the white supremacists. So it's a noun to the white supremacists. But when a black person says it, it's talking about an action that a person is taking. So cooning is a verb.
Oh, and are there white?
Well, I have a question. What's the difference between a white person that's racist and a white person that's a white supremacist? Like, what's the difference? Because he's saying a white person that's racist versus a white supremacist. So is racist like level 1 and white supremacy is that level 3? Like, I don't understand. A racist white person versus a white supremacist.
You don't have white people who go off code too much because of somebody who's really jumping in front of people who are trying to sabotage their race and protecting the people who are trying to sabotage their particular race. So you very rarely have white people who do that with the white community. You understand?
This is how you know that Tariq Nasheed is dumb. This is how you know he's dumb. White people go off code every day. Half of the country in America, half of the white folks in America are liberals. Half of the country is liberal. What you mean white folks don't go off code? You got white conservatives versus white liberals going at it. What you mean they don't go off code? Half of the white population in America is going off code. That's how you know this is how you know he doesn't think. I'm not mad at Tariq Nasheed for being a two-bit hustler. I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him for finessing black folks. I'm getting on black folks because y'all supposed to know better because y'all got the melanin, the carbon, the cosmos, the ether. You was gods, you was kings, you was queen. Y'all got all the advantage and you're getting finessed by Tariq Nasheed. So the reason why I talk so bad about black people is because most of the time you all are stupid. You're stupid. But if we dig deeper, you're not really stupid. You just have poor character. And you look for ways to show poor character. You look for ways to not be accountable. You look for ways to not be responsible. Tariq Nasheed isn't very bright. Talking about white folks don't go off code. White folks go off code every single day. They're called white libtards. They go off code literally every day, all day. Off code. White liberals running around saying white folks are racist, white folks are white supremacists, white folks are colonizers. That's white liberals doing that. White liberals put the battery in the back of black people. So white people go off code all the time. But again, this is where black people struggle with context. Black folks still don't understand there's a difference between white liberals and white conservatives. They don't even understand that. They still are lost on that concept.
You know what I'm saying? There was a video that came out recently of a guy who called himself a redneck, and he's a white gentleman, and he was calling out white supremacy, which is very rare, but it was a very good thing that he did that. And a lot of people criticized him within the dominant white society. So white people are criticized for speaking against systematic white supremacy, just like a lot of black people are criticized for speaking out against what some would consider.
So a coon is a black person who jump on black and white issues, and they seem to be supporting the white folks.
It's basically a black person who's trying to get brownie points, or who's paid, or who's just trying to get a pat on the head from the dominant white society by throwing other black people under the bus. That's the working definition of what a coon is when it comes from the black community.
And most of the times, the coon is disagreeing with most black Americans on certain issues.
But the agreeing with most white supremacists, though. So the is not doing anything that's particularly radical or outside of the box. The is basically regurgitating centuries-old talking points that the white supremacists have put out there, like black people don't have no morals, black people don't have no family values. Those are old white supremacist taglines that they've used to subjugate black people.
Now, again, black people lie. Black people lie. He just said the old tropes. Black people have been talking about this racism thing for how long? How long have black people been talking about racism, oppression, slavery, civil rights? Like, how long? You talk about regurgitated message, regurgitate. Black people, that's all black folks talk about. You can take 10 videos right now randomly on social media. Just grab 10 videos with black folks talking, and I guarantee 9 of them are talking about race. You can randomly grab 10 videos off of social media, and I guarantee 9 of them are talking about race. You can grab 10 white videos on social media, and I guarantee a few of them are talking about race. So this is why I talk bad about black people, because you all listen to people that are dumb. Black people will never, ever choose righteous leadership. And they won't choose it because they have a culture of low character. Now, the funny thing is that people never ask me, think about what I'm saying, right? Who have you ever heard say black people have a culture of low character? Think about that. Now, people probably have said it, but is it a widely talked about thing? No. So my question is, if I say I ain't black, I'm free, why is nobody asking me what that means? If I say that black people are going to usher in the Antichrist, why don't folks ask me what that means? When I say that black people have a cultural lack of character, why don't folks ask me what that stuff means? Think about the stuff I say, and black people never ask me, what does that mean? Why did you say that? They never question me on it. They just say, I hate black people. I'm talking bad about black people, but they never question what I am saying. Denise said, they know what you mean. Real Talk Nikki said they hate themselves. Keisha said, deep down inside, they know it's the truth. Because I asked, I'm like, why don't y'all ever ask me why I'm saying what I'm saying? When I go on social media, I don't hear anybody saying that black people have a cultural lack of character. I don't hear it. I don't hear people saying these are the 4 pillars of black destruction. I don't hear people saying I ain't black, I'm free. Like, I don't hear none of my talking points echoed on social media at all. And I'm like, and I don't get no questions. Nobody asks me, where'd you get that from? Nobody says nothing. They don't even question what I'm saying. But it lets you know that they know what I'm saying is true, which is why they don't question it, because they know it's the truth. You see, they reveal their hand in the fact they don't ask me. They always accuse, they never ask. They never ask, they just accuse. They never ask. I have not had any black person out in the streets ask me why I say this, why I say that. Let's continue.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, when black people start saying that, that's basically a form of, because they're just trying to get brownie points from the white supremacists.
The black people who are quote unquote,
Mm-hmm.
do they attack the blacks who are not in the same manner that the blacks attack the Cooners?
I don't understand. What's the
Let's
question?
say that the blacks who are disagreeing with black Americans say that black people need to do this and do
Right,
that to get
right.
better. Do those blacks attack other blacks in the same manner that they are being attacked?
Yeah, well, the thing is, there's a difference between attacking and criticizing. Because
The answer is no. Before you start lying, the answer is no. You know good and well that black conservatives don't bother y'all. You go on social media right now, and it's night and day how black conservatives respond to black libtards. It's night and day. It's not even close. It's not even close. Black people like Tariq Nasheed and his ilk, they attack. Most of the time, black conservatives list a whole bunch of facts, and then y'all come back with attacks, insults. Coon, sellout, bootlick, Uncle Tom. That's just broken record.
I criticize a lot of stuff that goes on in the black community,
Yeah.
but I don't do it for the entertainment or the betterment or the enjoyment of the dominant white society. I do it because I want the black community to be better. A lot of times black people will get in front of white people and say, hey, look at those blacks over there. They need to do better. So basically, they're just trying to get brownie points, and they're not even speaking constructively to try to really help the black community. They're just trying to get that pat on the head from the dominant white society.
Let me tell y'all something real quick. The funny thing is that what I would say in front of white folks, I would say in front of black people. And this is black folks' problem, is that black people have put white people, so it's just the irony of calling me a coon, but y'all put white folks way up. Y'all literally do this. You get around white folks and change what you would say around black folks. Think about that. You get around white folks and you'll remain quiet. You get around black folks and say, we gotta do better, we gotta do better. Get around white folks and be quiet. So what he's saying is that you can't hold black people accountable in front of white people. Because what? You don't want them to be right? You don't want them to have a valid point? Like, what is the reasoning? I'll tell you, because you put white people up here. That's why. And you put black folks down here. Because you can say anything to black people. He just said, be constructive. For what? Be constructive for what? I tell black people, y'all eat too much processed foods, stop eating it. How do black folks respond to that? I tell black folks go to the gym. How do black folks respond to that? I tell black folks to eat better. How do black folks respond to that? I tell them to read their Bible. Everything positive I say to black people, they do like this to it, disregard it. So why would I give constructive criticism? I'm just here to criticize. I'm here to bring fire and brimstone. That's my role. My role is not to pat you on the head and rub your head, tell you it's going to be okay. That's not my role. There are people that have that. There are folks out there that have that role for you all. That's not me. There are folks that y'all can go to and get your wounds healed. You come to me with your wounds, I'm throwing salt in them. My job is not to console and make y'all feel good at all. My job is to bring fire and brimstone. My job is to be Noah on that ark, and I'm shutting the door. That's why I'm here. I'm not here to do nothing constructive with y'all. I tried to build y'all up. Y'all said y'all want destruction. So since y'all want destruction, now I'm here to destroy. Since y'all want destruction, now I'm here to destroy. It is my mission to destroy black culture. Anybody that wants to hold on to it, may they get destroyed as well. My job is not to make y'all feel good, constructively criticize, give y'all solutions. I tried that. Y'all spit in my face. So now when I show up, I got 2 blades. I ain't even got no shield. I got 2 swords. That's it. I don't even plan on playing defense. I just plan on chopping. I got 2 swords. That's it. Let's continue.
So I'm on your train.
Yes, you are. You
And
were
the
on the
thing
first one. You were getting it in on the first one too. Yes.
And the thing I like about being on there, you really have me dancing really well.
You were getting it in.
And the last time I've been able to dance that good was in my 20s.
Oh, there you go.
So I do appreciate that. I say that most Black Americans, not all, but most, are suffering due to the lack of moral character and not white racism, in that the family is destroyed. Black men are not there for the most part married to the Black woman, and they are raising their children in the right way to go.
Okay. Now can we unpack that?
Yeah.
Okay. The thing is, is trying to say that the family breakup is the reason why there's so much degradation going on in the Black community. And the so-called family breakup only happened in the 1960s, really right after 1964. Before 1964, the majority of Black families were together.
Right.
And you still had to deal with white supremacy. Back going to the 1950s, the 1940s, the 1920s, the early 1900s, there was a still disproportionate high crime rate. Black people were still funneled in what's called ghettos, especially during the first Great Migration, when Black people moved to the northern cities. They were living in the ghetto area, so to speak, because the white people moved out of those areas because of segregation. So Black people, even when the family is together, we still have to deal with white supremacy. And unfortunately, brothers such as yourself, you guys just totally ignore the factor of white supremacy.
I want to get to the point where he said he was a slave. That's what I want to get to. Because he's talking nonsense.
Yeah, it was rough in that, the laws were against us, but because the family unit, that order of God was there, God in Christ, Christ in man, man over woman, woman over children, the family did better as far as economically than they are today because their father was there. Now up north,
but how can you? But in the system of white supremacy, doing better, we need to eradicate the system of white supremacy. Like Malcolm X said, "Don't stick a knife in my back 9 inches, pull it out 6 inches, and say that's progress." Well, the knife is still in our back, sir.
What Malcolm?
Again, they can never articulate what white supremacy is. What is it? Like, tell me, when you wake up in the morning, walk me through your day and tell me, what is white supremacy doing? What is it doing? Is your alarm clock not going off because it's racist? Is your refrigerator not keeping the food cold? Is your coffee maker not working? Like, what is white supremacy doing? Is your car not starting up because it's racist? The traffic light's not working, or is it always red for you? Like, what is white supremacy doing? Walk me through a day and tell me how white supremacy is affecting your life. Please tell me. All I see is successful Black people telling Black folks they can't make it, but they made it. All you see is successful Black people telling other Black people that they can't make it, but somehow they made it. It's ridiculous. Thank you, B. Simmons. They just hate white people. That's it. They just hate white people.
These women in his religious
just like JFK did with Marilyn Monroe and all those people too, which people like to leave out.
But according to Malcolm X, his life was threatened, and according to his book, he was taken out by the Nation of Islam. My point is, up north, you're right. When Blacks moved from the south to the north, they did move into those projects. And
no. When they moved to the north, they were put into the project. They didn't move into it. They were put into the project by the government.
But why did the Black man allow that to happen?
We're under military control. We've been outgunned. It's not that you allowed it to happen. You are outgunned in this country.
Hold up, y'all. I got somebody on the. I got a weak Black man on my Instagram This man just said we are under military control. This is Tariq Nasheed. Now listen, this is a bold-faced lie. If you don't believe me, just go open up your Instagram and tell me, are black folks under military control? Go look at Carnival Cruise Line and tell me, are black folks under military control? Go to an NBA Youngboy concert and tell me if black folks are under military control. Go look at Kamala Harris' last campaign and tell me if black folks are under military control. Please. Please tell me. The black man is under military control. That's why he moved to the projects. That's not what happened. What happened was only the strong survived, and all the weak black people went up north. The weak black folks went up north. Most black folks still live in the South. The majority of black people still live in the South. So that means the majority of black folks didn't migrate across the country. So that means that the majority of black folks found a way to make it in the South. So that means the ones that couldn't make it in the South chose to leave. You know what they chose to do? They chose to leave and go get on government assistance. That's what happened. That's what happened. They couldn't take it. They chose to leave and get on government assistance. But the majority of black folks stayed in the South. I'm giving y'all factual information. The black man was under military occupation, just making up stuff. This is why I talk bad about black people. This is why. Thank you, Neek. Because the black man is full of excuses. You tell me, how many times have y'all heard a black man say no excuses? Instagram, YouTube, Rumble, Twitter, just answer me this question. How many times have y'all heard a black man say no excuses, period? Tierra Barnes said, Michael Jordan, the GOAT. Thank you. All of those hidden color DVDs were propaganda. You know why? Because Tariq Nasheed released all those DVDs, and at the end of it, he still said that he's a slave. Black folks bought all them DVDs just for the person that made the DVDs to say, we're still a slave. I'm still a slave. Kanye, one of the greatest artists. My point is, if you hear a black man say that, he's going to be exceptional. This is why most black men aren't exceptional. Because their mindset. Because their mindset. You said Tariq beefing with Umar, two grifters beefing. Two grifters. What happens what do you call two grifters beefing? You call it they griefing. They griefing. Now look at Figgy coming in. She says that I'm hating on Kanye. When have I ever hated on Kanye? Because I said he made a poor choice in a woman? Because I said he'd be running his mouth talking crazy? I never said he wasn't talented. I never said he wasn't gifted. I said he was foolish. This is what I mean. This is what I mean. We live in a world where I got to look at somebody and I can't offer no critique. But meanwhile, everybody critiques me and I don't ever get mad. I don't ever get mad when folks critique me. Kanye West shouldn't have married Kim Kardashian. I said that. I said it. Kanye West is foolish. I said it. He's foolish. Hating on Kanye would be to say he's not talented. That's hating on Kanye. Hating on Kanye to say he's not gifted. That's hating on Kanye. That's hating. Paul said Kanye is a demon.
We're subjects of white supremacy. We've been militarily defeated. So you can say, I'm not going to allow this to happen. But when the U.S. they pull out the tanks and the guns on you, what are you going to do?
So are you saying that blacks, when they moved from the South, were forced into ghettos, into those projects by the military?
Yes, absolutely.
The military,
the government, which is backed by the military.
I noticed that my parents...
Tulsa, Oklahoma is a great example, by the way. Tulsa was a very prosperous area where black people were millionaires, black people were doing great, and the white supremacists came and just tore the community down. The government flew in planes and actually bombed the place. So the government is definitely part of that. The subjugation of African people whenever we have progress. And also whenever there were prosperous areas in the black communities, they would just build freeways right through these areas, just especially out the government, which is backed by the military.
If you had to choose between...
I can't find him saying that he was still a slave. Oh, well. But listen, I like that, Will. Tawik Nasheed. I like that. But again, it's for all you women out there listening, for all the women who care to listen. When you are judging a man, you need to have a standard by which you are judging a man. It's not about how you feel about the man. You need to have a standard that is absent of emotions when you are judging a man. The reason why you all keep picking the wrong kind of guy is because you don't have a standard. The reason why you keep having failed relationships, ladies, is because you don't have a standard. That means you're saying that this man that I'm looking at has to meet this criteria, and I'm not going to budge. The man that I want has to meet this criteria, and I'm not going to budge. So Kanye West marrying Kim Kardashian is a strike. They got a divorce. Now he has his new wife parading around naked. He hasn't learned anything. He's still foolish. Two types of men in the world. Either the man's going to be wise or the man's going to be foolish, ladies. That's it. There's only two types of men. You all have created a plethora of men that don't exist. You keep getting your head knocked off. You keep getting your head knocked off. There are two types of men, ladies, wise or foolish. That means you're not going to see a foolish guy be wise, and you're not going to see a wise guy be foolish. It's very simple. It's very simple. I want to give him a chance. I want to give him benefit of the doubt. I don't want to be so harsh. I don't want to judge because I failed too. Man, forget all of that. How can you get benefit from doubt? You only get benefit from faith. Even the slogans they give us are satanic and demonic. How do you get benefit from doubt? You only get benefit from faith. He's such a nice guy. He seemed good. Terrorizing y'all. Terrorizing y'all. Again, ladies, you need to have a standard. Your problem is you don't want to set a standard for the man because you haven't set a standard for yourself. You see, you don't pick who you want. You don't get who you want. You get who you deserve. Write that down. You don't get who you want. You get who you deserve. So when you get that dirt bag, when you get that scumbag, that's you manifesting a man. Because a standard wouldn't allow you to get a dirt bag or a scumbag. Wouldn't. So again, ladies, stop giving these men passes because you don't want to hold yourself accountable. Hold yourself accountable, then it will be easy to hold the man accountable. Because you're going to say, listen, I don't do A, B, C, or D. So if I see him doing A, B, C, or D, he's not the one. It's simple. I'm giving y'all some free game, but you don't want to take it. You know why? Because you want to be foolish with the man. You think you're going to get a man like Chris Brown, but he's saved. You think you're gonna get a man like Future, but he's saved, or better yet, you think you're gonna be like Sierra, have a baby by Future to get you a Russell Wilson? It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. And mark my words, Sierra is going to string up Russell Wilson. Mark my words. She's going to string him up. Divorce. Mark my words. I'm giving y'all free game. The irony of the phrase being pay attention, but it's free. So pay attention because it's free. You must set a standard for yourself, and then it's easy to set a standard for the man. And I'm telling you this now. Your standard, when you're looking at a guy, he needs to exceed your standards because he got to lead you. So that means that whatever area your standard is, he has to be better than you are because he has to lead you. Because he has to lead you. Giving y'all free game. Giving y'all free game. But Blanche, I mean, we had so much chemistry, Blanche. You just don't understand. Like, we just talk. I mean, we talked for hours that first date, and then what happened? You had sex with him, and it all crumbled down. It's funny how they all start out so good and end the same way. And y'all keep falling for it. You need to get with the guy that you don't like. The guy that tells you, I'm not putting up with that. I ain't feeling that. You ain't the one. That's the guy you need to get with. The guy that already has a standard. You need to get with that guy. Not the guy you got chemistry with. Not the guy y'all match and all that. That's foolishness. It don't work. It don't last. You need to get with the guy that tells you no. No, ma'am. I'm not going to be a trick. I'm not going to be a simp. I'm not going to be a cuck. No, ma'am. It's my way or the highway. That's the guy you need. Let's continue, man. Let's continue. I'm right to be in a club. I was here, dudes talking to women. You want to go to Miami? I'm like, God, y'all falling for this game? Women eating it up, falling for it. I used to be in listen, man. The game that works on women, listen, I'm telling y'all right now. I don't listen to nothing y'all say. Because I know the guy with the worst game is going to get you. I saw a dude one time ask this girl, and this girl was bad, asked this girl about some cookies, baking some, I said, what? And she's a friend of mine. I'm like, what? He got you with the cookies? Shut up, Blanche. He got you with the cookies? Nicodemus said, are you projecting? Yeah, I'm projecting. Yeah, you call it what you, I don't care what you call it. I'm projecting, I'm manifesting, I'm transcending. Throw that you want to throw on it. At the end of the day, you need to have a standard. And if you have a standard, it's easier for you to hold somebody to a standard. Call it what y'all want to call it. Projecting, manifesting, transcending. I don't care what, transforming. Call it what you want to call it. I don't care. You need to have a standard. So yeah, I'm doing all of it. I'm projecting. I'm doing all of it. Thank you, Mystic Philly. And she gave him the cookies. Okay, my bad, Nicodemus. You said not you, Blanche. Okay, my bad. And thank you, Mystic Philly. And the irony of him talking about cookies, but it actually getting some cookies. Think about it. The irony of him talking about baking some cookies, but in actuality, he went ahead and got the cookies already baked. And he got some honey buns too. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Listen, even when I was a dirtbag, I still gave women good advice. I never gave women bad advice. Even though I was a dirtbag, I never gave women bad advice ever. A friend of mine called me up one day And she told me she was serious about this guy. She was thinking he was going to propose or whatever. And I remember, I'll never forget this. It was storming. And she called me up hoping I was going to tell her, don't do it. I love you. That's I know she would, because she did. But I didn't. You know why I didn't? Because she has to make that choice. She got to make that choice. She has to make the hard choice and say, I'm going to pass up on this guy right here because I want this guy right here. That's a choice she got to make. Because there ain't no honor in me coming in and save the day. Now, listen, I wasn't going to be no good anyway. I'm just saying she still had to make the decision, though. Now, everything in me was telling her, everything in me was telling me to tell her, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. But I knew if I said it, she was going to think it like I was hating, and I really wasn't hating. I just see it. Because every time I've told a girl not to get with this guy, they always think I'm hating. I'm like, listen, I'm not hating. Trust me. I can see what's about to happen. And sure enough, every time I said something bad was going to happen, it always happened. Rhino said, Americanized women are built like foreigners. They are all corrupted by Western society. Fellas are better off with foreigners than never lived in the U.S. because foreigners come with good morals. Yeah, I'm going to say this. What really separates American women from women outside of America is the fact that women outside of America still respect men. That's the difference. The difference is that women outside of America still actually respect men and have reverence for men. That's the difference. And that's all the difference. Because the number one need of a man is respect. Write this down, ladies. The number one need of a man is respect. A man is going to want respect over love, because women love to love somebody and still disrespect them. A man wants respect. He wants to respect and he wants to be honored. A man wants to hear, baby, you are doing the best job. I don't know what I would do without you. Even if you don't even mean it, ladies, you know how much it means to the man just to say it. I mean, you should mean it, but I'm just saying. Just to tell that man that he's your rock, he's your foundation. God, you know what it does for a man to tell the man what he is to you, how great he is? His natural instinct is to go out there and to go slay some old dragons. That's how a man responds to that. He responds to that by conquering. With that, he responds to that by going to this world and achieving. You can't even tell the man that. Y'all got so much pride, you can't even say it. Y'all got so much pride, you can't even say, baby, you mean the world to me. What's up? Baby, I don't know what I'd do without you. Baby, I'm so glad that God sent you to me. I'm talking about, you know what? Somebody said it too. Shout out to Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce said, everything that men need from women is free. Think about this. Everything that a man requires from a woman is free. But you listen to what women require from men, it costs. Think about that. Everything. Think about what men really want from women. You can ask any guy right now. Every guy that you ever talk to, he will not remember how many drinks he bought for women or how many meals he paid for. He won't remember that. But you know what he will remember? He will remember how many women bought him a drink and how many women took him out. It's so easy for y'all to move the needle with a man to where the fact that y'all don't do it is really blasphemous, honestly. It's really ungodly. Y'all can meet a guy tomorrow and tell him that he's handsome, and then you're going to make his whole day. You're going to make his entire day. He going to want to do something for you. It's so simple, ladies, and y'all too much pride. Do I eat butter beans? I think I have some butter beans in the cabinet in the kitchen, or I mean the pantry. I think I have some butter beans. I think. What kind of question is that? Do I eat butter beans? What kind of question is that? Do you eat lima beans? I mean, what we? Rhino said a simple compliment, or maybe complaint could have stopped the sniper. I don't know. I feel like that's a loaded question. Do I eat butter beans? I don't know. That's just what you trying to insinuate, Top Hurt. Just come on out and say it, man. I don't like that kind of cold talk. Do you eat butter beans? You eat lima? I don't like that. There's too much funny stuff going on. Dang, what happened to my? Some Luther Vandross, a little Anita. Oh yeah, let's get to this one story real quick. This is why I get on black folks. This is why I get on black folks.
Hello? Could you help me stand up by any chance?
Help you stand up?
Yeah. Thank you, bro.
Ready?
Yeah, 1, 2. Bless you, sir. Thank you.
You okay?
I'm okay, thank you.
Sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
Did you fall?
Yeah.
Do you need help? Where's your car at?
I don't have a car, I'm blind.
Hold on, stay right here. I'm gonna get you some help. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna go get security to help you. Stay right here. Come here.
Are you sure? No,
yeah. Just stand right here. Don't move.
Right there, sir. Yeah.
You're good, thank you. God bless you.
Yeah, man. Just stand right here. I'll stand right here and get some security with you, man.
Why'd you help me?
Because God told me to help you.
What's your name?
My name is Curtis.
I'm Zach, man. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Hey, man, this guy felt he needs help, man.
My friend's coming. I'm good, man.
You sure?
Do you got a water or a couple bucks?
I'll have a couple bucks when I come out here. I'm going to find my wedding ring, man. But the ice was shut up yesterday, man. But I'll have a couple bucks.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll give you a couple bucks. Man.
Thank you, man. Bless you.
All right, just stay right here.
I'll be right here, man.
All right.
Thank you, Curtis.
Me and it's Curtis.
Curtis.
Here's a couple bucks for you.
Why did you give me money? You don't even know me.
And so, to build something for you, I don't have to know you. That's the God to me. Have a blessed day, brother.
You just pawned your wedding ring?
Yes.
How many years you been married?
December 15th will be 13 years.
Happy early anniversary. What's the key to a happy marriage?
Happy wife, happy life.
Could you help me up?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, my hand's broken.
Okay. This one?
Yeah, thank you. How much did you get for the ring?
I got 140.
Love you.
Yep, I'm trying to get the money now to finish paying for my light bill and everything, but I'm gonna be all right.
You believe in God?
All the time. That's why I helped you, because God told me to.
Can you take this?
Why?
I don't want to take your money, man.
No. Come on, you want to sit back down?
One sec. Curtis, I'm not blind.
How many fingers I got?
2.
What's going on?
I was trying to find the first kind person that'd be nice to me. I got something for you, Curtis. I got $1,000 cash for you, Curtis.
Thank you.
You're amazing, man. You go with your wedding ring back too, man.
I'm trying to go get my ring back right now.
Love you, brother.
Y'all think it's fake. So y'all heartless.
Could you help me stand up?
Oh, my bad.
Help you stand up.
Yeah.
Y'all heartless.
Thank you, bro.
Ready?
Y'all heartless. Hold on.
$1,000 for you.
Oh my God.
Papa, you play?
This weather's crazy.
We're good. We're good.
Take this for them. You pay your light bill?
Yes, lights are good now. Yeah, my brakes went out on the car.
How old's your car?
2011. Car should have won't cover me now.
Take these babies in the car with you all the time?
All the time. I wouldn't trade this for the world. Wouldn't trade it for the world.
I wanted to come here and help you with your light bill for the rest of the year.
Oh my God.
I got $5,000 cash for you.
Oh my God. Give it to her.
It's for you. Love you.
Thank you so much. That's like you're coming at me.
On behalf of American Jewelry and Loan, we'd also like to present you a check of $2,500.
Oh my God.
So you talk about life changing? This is
So we'll add that to the list, okay? bud?
Oh yeah.
Can I give you one more surprise?
Oh my God.
You better sit down.
You ran to help me that day.
I thought you were really hurt. I wasn't thinking. Even when I asked you, where's your car? I forgot you were blind. I was nervous.
What's your dream for these babies?
To be a good granddad for them to grow up, go to college, go to school, be the best they can be.
Where's dad and mom for them right now?
Well, mom, she's in Miami. And the dad, he's in between jobs.
3, 2, 1. Curtis, got you a brand new car.
Oh my God.
God, thank you for sunshine, thank you for rain, thank you for joy, thank you for pain. It's a beautiful day, it's a beautiful day,
Thanks.
Love you, brother.
Changed my life overnight, man.
Can I give you one more surprise?
No.
Curtis, I got $100,000 for you.
Oh my God.
You take care of these grandbabies.
Papa, you play?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Okay.
Yo, Kofi said he's gonna give him his freedom papers next. Man, I am crying. Y'all so hard. Y'all are heartless. Y'all are heartless. Kofi is out of control, man. Y'all are heartless. Let's continue. Now it's fake. It's Tubi. It's fake. It's fake. It's fake, y'all.
Changed overnight.
1 minute, 60-year-old Curtis Dixon was receiving $100,000 for a good deed.
We need more people like Curtis in this world.
A week and a half later, last Monday, witnesses say Dixon was hogtied in his burned-out SUV on Detroit's east side.
I woke up. I'm like, what's going on?
He survived. Sources say there are some inconsistencies in Dixon's story, but he claims he met someone in the area of Mount Elliott in Nevada. From there, he was kidnapped, driven to ATMs to pull out money, then beaten, tied up, and his car.
For the record, I don't believe nothing. I don't believe in charity on camera at all. So do I believe it? Of course not. Of course, I don't believe it. I'm telling you that the fake Tubi movie, this was the end result.
My life just changed overnight.
1 minute, 60-year-old Curtis Dixon was receiving $100,000 for a good deed.
We need more people like Curtis in this world.
A week and a half later, last Monday, witnesses say Dixon was hogtied in his burned-out SUV on Detroit's east side.
I woke up. I'm like, what's going on?
He survived. Sources say there are some inconsistencies in Dixon's story, but he claims he met someone in the area of Mount Elliott in Nevada. From there, he was kidnapped, driven to ATMs to pull out money, then beaten, tied up, and his car set ablaze. Several days into this investigation, the feds picked up the case from Detroit police. The ATF now investigating this as a possible arson, kidnapping, and extortion.
And hopefully they catch whoever did it to him, because we don't want that in our neighborhood.
Last month, Dixon was gifted $100,000 from MD Motivator. He's a famous YouTuber who rewards good deeds with dollars. MD Motivator posing as a blind man in need in this viral video.
I'll have a couple bucks when I come out here. I'm going to find my wedding ring, man. But I just shut up yesterday, man. But I'll have a couple bucks.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll give you a couple bucks.
Thank you, man. Bless you.
Dixon offering what little money he had to help.
Even in my neighborhood, people know me now. People that didn't know me now.
And that could be part of the problem. More money, more problems, as they say. Now, I want to know what MD Motivator has to say about all this. He has millions and millions of followers, 7 million on Instagram alone. We did reach out and did not hear back in time for this story. So as we said, the ATF, the feds, now taking over this investigation. I'm told by the end of the week, we should hear more.
Now, it was fake, but y'all didn't tell black folks that. Y'all got to tell black folks when it's fake so they know.
People are charged with kidnapping the grandpa who was gifted $100,000 by MD Motivator for his act of kindness. Remember, Curtis was left to die in the back of a burning vehicle, and one of the people charged is his nephew. All 5 are charged in federal court. They plotted this thing out, according to the feds. Curtis's wife was held at gunpoint and ordered to open up her safe. At the same time, Curtis was lured away from his home, and then he was ambushed by some of these people.
Now, y'all got to listen. So when y'all are saying that this stuff is fake, you got to tell black folks it's fake, because black folks think it's real. Because black folks saw the money and thought the money was real. Black folks saw the car and thought the car was real. You see, black folks thought it was real. That's why they held the wife at gunpoint, kidnapped him, let's go to the ATM. See, black folks thought it was real. Y'all knew it was fake, but black folks thought it was real. You see how they responded.
Tied him up and demanded the money. They put him in his vehicle and it was set on fire. People saved him from that vehicle. Now these 5 people are heading to federal court, including his nephew, Roland Chapman, Lisa Doreen Lopez Martinez, Leisha Ann Stroman, Daniqua Stroman, and Kenneth Paul Anderson. There's a whole lot more to this story. It is getting insane.
So I think it was his nephew was involved. But anyway, listen, the reason why, listen, all of you all that want to do charity work, I'm gonna say this again. You are putting a target on people's backs, because y'all are going amongst the lions and the tigers and the bears, and you're giving people fresh meat when fresh meat is scarce. You putting a target on their back, especially in the black community. Now, in the white community, it probably wouldn't have been a problem. In the black community, they finna get Curtis Dixon. Everybody know Curtis Dixon. And I'm pretty sure Curtis got the money and was flossing, riding. I'm pretty sure Curtis, he felt good. He forgot where he was, though. He forgot where he was. And I said this last week, discernment. Y'all, this is what y'all get. Discernment. If you want to do something good, then let God see it. Now Figgy said I'm flipping it, but I said the same thing last week. If you go check the video, I said the same thing last video. I said the same thing. Now, again, it was fake, but black folks thought it was real. That's all I'm saying. Black folks burnt the fake car up. Black folks went upside his fake head, fake tied him up, and black folks fake went to that ATM. You see, you can call it fake, but black folks thought it was real. And you see how they responded. This is why I get on black folks. And dear white folks, you got to have discernment. You can't give nobody no money out in the open. That's why I don't believe in charity. I don't believe in philanthropy. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in a nonprofit organization. I don't believe in this. I don't believe in it. I don't. Because I know at the end of the day, you look at any nonprofit, look how much of the money actually goes to the cause. What, 10%? Bill Gates got a foundation. The Clintons got a foundation. What are we talking about? I don't believe in no kind of philanthropy, none of that. I believe in helping people when ain't nobody looking. Right, and in Detroit, Tierra. I do not believe in no charity. Because I know at the end of the day, y'all doing it for the gram. And it's not genuine. Travis the Chimp said 8%. Just go look up these nonprofit organizations and see how much of the money actually goes to the cause. It's crazy. I used to work for a nonprofit. It's absolutely insane how much flexing goes on in a nonprofit. You act like you helping people for the camera and doing this, and it's all fake. It's not real. The most impact you're going to have is on an individual basis with somebody. Let's continue. Let's continue. Oh.
Yes, good morning. First of all, I would like to say to the gentleman, you don't know how you sitting up there insulting single parents' whole home. I know parents that have both parents in the house and children are nothing but monsters. You know, it hurts me to see you sit there, because you really, to me, you insulted my mama this morning. Because I grew up in a single parent's house. My mother, she taught me the good things about life, work, stay out of trouble. I ain't have no dad in the household. I grew up where? What I did when I went out there in the streets, having a dad and a mama up in my household ain't had nothing to do with what I done in that world. Stop blaming sitting there. You don't realize how you disgracing black people this morning, man. With that crap you up there talking.
So, Newman, what happened to your father, if you don't mind me asking?
He was abusive. He was an abusive man. My mama got rid of him.
Okay, let's get a response.
Now, this is most black men. Listen to what he said. He was an abusive man. My mother got rid of him. He automatically elevated his mother. Now he has his mother's spirit. This is most black men. This is most black men's story where their father isn't around and they take on the mother's spirit. This is why most black men are emotional and effeminate. This is why. Because they don't get understanding. They don't get understanding. This is most black men. This guy you just heard talking right now, that is 98% of black men. That guy right there on that phone. He's saying that Delano Squire is making black men look bad because he's talking about single-parent households as if single-parent household statistics don't affect any single parent household. Every single parent household has the same outcome statistically. You're more likely to go to prison, more likely to be poor. It's all the more likely with a single mother is raising you, not with a single father. With a single father, it's almost equivalent to two parents, but not with a single mother. But the guy you just heard on that phone right now, that is the epitome of what the black man is. Listen, Tierra, I'm with you 100%. I just grabbed this clip because of the guy in the beginning, but I'm going to let Delano defend his position. But I agree with you 100%. He needs to give Chad all the credit.
And this is one of the things that I think makes talking about these issues challenging, is that people will take my advocacy on behalf of marriage and two-parent households as a slight against, in his case, his mom who raised him. I'm doing nothing of the sort, right? But I'm speaking to the norm, not the exception. And anyone, black or otherwise, who wants to make the argument that the outcomes from being raised in a single-parent home and being raised in a married parent home are exactly the same. One is defying what the data actually say. But two, they're making an argument that I'm not sure that they would say in plain words, which is that dads don't really matter, that men don't matter. So the father is basically the appendix of the household. It's good if you have one, but he's not particularly necessary. That argument will never come out of my mouth. I've been married to my wife for 13 years. We have 4 children. There's not an amount of money that you could offer her that would make her say, well, I don't need my husband anymore. And I'm sure my children would suffer if I was no longer in their lives. So,
and that's the thing, where what the guy was basically saying is that the father isn't necessary. And this is the attitude among black people, is that the dad isn't necessary, because most black folks can't see the benefit of the father because he's absent. And usually the mother picked wrong, and it's just a whole cycle, of things going on. But Nicodemus mentioned a organization called the IIOC, the International Orthodox Christian Charities. And he said 90% of their proceeds that they get go to the actual causes. And yes, on average, 90% of our expended resources go towards direct program services. Now, again, hopefully that money is going to services that actually give that money towards the actual people. Meaning that if I have a nonprofit and they give the money to me, that money, if I'm getting their 90%, I need to give 90% to my clientele, the people I service, if that makes sense. Not they give me their 90% and I in turn I'm giving 10%. Yes, the IIOC. I just hope that they're giving it to groups that are actually taking that same model of 90%. That I can respect. I can't respect keep 90% administrative, 10% towards the people. No. If you're going to do charity, do charity.
this is not a knock to the caller or to his mom or to the millions of people in this country, black or otherwise, who've been raised by a single mom. But what I'm saying is across the board, children do best when raised by married parents in a loving, low conflict household. And our personal experiences do not change that.
Yeah. So why I talk bad about black people, another example, is that you all don't believe that a father is necessary in the home. That's why I talk bad about y'all. Y'all listen to Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama got on that podium and said, if your husband does not want to vote for Kamala, disrupt the household. And then go out against his wishes and vote for Kamala. That's what Michelle Obama said. And black folks supported that. That's why I talk bad about black people. Because any person that's trying to divide a household is Satan. That's the devil. I don't have to get deep. If you tell a woman to go against her husband, you are the devil. That's it. Period. We ain't got to talk. We ain't got to do no philosophy and all. If you tell a woman to go against her husband, you are Satan.
Our nuclear, as you probably know, but we'll upgrade that also and just hope we never have to use it. We have to hope we never have to use it because the power of that is so incredible. I see things I don't think they'd show it to you. I really wouldn't want them to show it to you. But when you see the result of what's left, you never want to use that. Never, never, ever. We were a little bit threatened by Russia recently, and I sent a submarine, nuclear submarine, the most lethal weapon ever made. Number one, you can't detect it. There's no way. We're 25 years ahead of Russia. And
do you all honestly think about this now? Think about the nuclear weapon argument. Do you honestly believe that folks are running around with weapons that can destroy the planet? Just think for a second. Just think. What would a nuclear weapon do to the ocean? If you set off a nuke in the ocean, what would it do? If you set off a nuke on land, what would it do? Do you know the catastrophic damage a nuclear weapon would cause to the planet? I don't believe them. I don't believe them. Think about that submarine in the ocean. You say it can't be detected, but say someone sees it and shoots a missile at it under a torpedo under the water, and it hits it and blows up and a nuke. Like it just, no. I ain't buying it. I ain't buying it. But go ahead and continue, Trump.
China in submarines. Russia's actually second in submarines. China's third, but they're coming up. They're coming up. They're way lower in nuclear too, but in 5 years they'll be equal. They're coming up. And you don't have to be that good with nuclear. You could have 1/20th what you have now and still do the damage. That would be, that'd be so horrendous. But I announced that, based on his mention of nuclear, and it was really a stupid person that works for him mentioned the word nuclear, I moved a submarine or two, I won't say about the two, over to the coast of Russia, just to be careful, because we can't let people throw around that word. I call it the N-word. There are two N-words, and you can't use either of them. You can't use either of them. And frankly, if it does get to use, we have more than anybody else. We have better.
Now, black people are upset because Trump said you can't use the N-word. And he's talking about nuclear weapons and obviously the N-word. He's saying there's two words that start with N you can't use. He's making a comparison, but black folks are upset. Today's title is Why I Talk Bad About Black People. This is why, because black folks struggle with context. Somehow, some way, this made Trump racist. Because he's comparing a word that someone shouldn't use, which is you saying you got a nuclear weapon and the N-word. Two words that shouldn't be used. He's making a correlation, but somehow black people forgot the nuclear part and just went to the N-word. He should have said it. Trump should have said, I wish I would have more respect for Trump if he would have just said it. Honestly, I would have. If Trump would have said it, I would have honestly been happy. Honestly. If he would have had and just would have said, you know, Travis the Chimp said nuclear weapons, exactly. Not nuclear weapons, but nuclear weapons. Exactly. I would really have respected Trump if he had just said nuclear weapons. I really would have. That would have made me feel good, Trump. But black folks are mad because he said, you can't say the N-words. He's talking about nuclear weapons and the N-word. And it's just black folks somehow made this racist. And you can't tell them nothing because this is why I talk bad about black folks, though. This is why I don't listen to black folks. This is why I talk the way I do, because I know at the moment you say, maybe I'm being too hard on black people, they're going to say, hold my Hennessy. I don't listen to them. And I'm going to keep talking about them till Jesus returns. I'm not going to stop. Thank you. I forgot who just said it, but thank you for the nuclear weapons. Thank you. Thank you, Travis the Chimp, for nuclear weapons. Thank you. I used to think Trump was just funny and entertaining, but now I think all the presidents of the United States have all been nothing but absolute clowns. One thing I've learned in my life, it's easy to judge outside of the position. If any of y'all ever been a manager, I couldn't imagine being a leader of a country. Being a manager is ridiculous. What you got to deal with, to me, honestly, it is almost impossible to lead people because you're never going to be able to satisfy them. You're never going to be able to satisfy them. You're never, I don't care. Think about Moses. Moses literally brought all the plagues upon Egypt. Moses, through God, brought all the plagues upon Egypt. He parted the Red Sea. He freed the Israelites. They left with Pharaoh's gold. So they left from bondage. And then God is so honorable. All the years they worked, they left with Pharaoh's gold. So they left rich. They went through the Red Sea. They made it across. They saw Pharaoh's army swallowed up. So God not only freed them, let them leave rich, and destroyed the enemies. And the people still had complaints. That should let you know that leadership is almost impossible. It is. It is. That's why you lead somebody to Christ and then let the chips fall, because it's ridiculous. It's very difficult trying to lead people, because what people want Monday, they're not going to want on Tuesday. It's too much. I can't. It's hard enough leading the household. You talking about leading a nation of people? I don't see how a person, honestly, this is why God was like, y'all don't need a king. This is why God tried to tell the Israelites, y'all don't need a king. Y'all got judges. Y'all bring them before y'all don't need a king though. You know how taxing it is trying to lead some people, especially black people. Who has succeeded leading black people? Who has succeeded leading black people? Think about that. Nobody. If you're a righteous leader, they're not going to pick you. And if you're a crook, you're going to cause more damage. It's tough. It's tough. Let's continue. She says she wants some Marvin Gaye, some Luther Vandross. Hold on, what video am I looking for now? What am I looking for? Let me go to my boy, D. Blade Ford. Wish I had his. Okay, I got him. Let's go. He's about to articulate what I try to articulate. He's about to articulate it.
I mean, you criticize black people too, like trying to. I do criticize black people, Toby, but you know what I don't do? What? I don't come on as a mouthpiece for white supremacists who hate black people.
Black America, let's have a conversation. And I say that as someone who does not consider myself as part of any type of monolith, but
shoot. He got that music in there. Okay, they might let me take it out.
I recognize myself as a member of a people group. We, en masse, with exceptions, obviously, love grievance politics. We love emotionally charged, emotive rhetoric that is not tied to reality. It's irrational. And we often gravitate toward those black political pundits, political commentators, cultural commentators that say things that make us feel good, that reinforce these ideas that white supremacy is this machination that is oppressing us, that's keeping us down, that is hindering our economic mobility or progression. And that's not a reality. I want you to listen to how this black man, who says that he doesn't criticize black people without lifting them up, has chosen to interact with another black man, who he in the title called a bootlicker getting a reality check, who he called an overseer defending Charlie Kirk, which I would imagine he is implying that anybody that is black that agrees with Charlie Kirk or anything that Charlie Kirk says is therefore an overseer trying to keep blacks on the plantation. See, unintelligent people don't realize the weaponization of language. That's an authoritarian personality. Essentially, what he's telling you is that any black person that does not acquiesce, conform to, or subjugate themselves to his ideology, his worldview, his framework of thought is an overseer.
That's a D. Blade Ford. And I hope y'all got the context. So basically, Marquette Devon, I forgot his name. Anyway, he said that he's not a talking mouthpiece for white supremacy. So in other words, this is what black folks do. If a black person critiques black people, they turn around and blame white people, which nullifies their critique. So it makes no sense to say that black men need to be fathers and need to start marrying these black women. Then you turn around and you say the government destroyed the black family. And this is what black folks do because black folks are double-minded. They can't even see it. And this is why black folks don't like me, because I don't do the thing where I critique black people and then blame white folks. Nobody, I don't care what color they are, nobody's holding anybody back. People do what they want to do. So if you believe that the world is dealing you a bad hand, then go to your Bible, because that's the book that says by faith of a mustard seed, you can move a mountain. So if you're in this world feeling like a victim, you should read a book that helps you overcome it. I'm just saying. But I'm not going to subscribe to telling y'all what's right, then blaming white people for something. I'm not going to do that. Because white folks have set good examples for you all. White folks tell you all to go to school. White folks put libraries in your communities. They put parks. Think about what white folks have done. They put parks in your community. You turn them into drug zones and war zones. They put public schools in your communities. You turned them out too. They put libraries in your community. You don't go. They gave y'all museums. You don't go. White folks still preach about getting married. So again, there are positive things that white folks have done as an example for black people. So to just say that white folks do nothing positive is a lie. Because if you say that, you're saying also that black folks do everything good. And that's a lie. Let's continue.
I just need to know, why does America have so much hatred for black people? Is it because when you see black people, you're reminded of the sins of this country?
This is what I mean. Why is she saying America when she works in liberal, white, and Jewish Hollywood? She's surrounded by white liberals and white Jews who agree with her, who write her checks. So what America is she talking about? Listen, when you are talking to unattractive people, it's going to sound bad. You got to take what unattractive people say with a grain of salt because they have a skewed reality. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. When people are ugly, don't listen to them. When people are ugly, they have biases and they look for biases in the world. Don't listen to ugly people. I'm sorry. You can listen to somebody that looks average, decent, cute, good look. Ugly people, they got a skewed view of reality. They already hate the world. So they're already looking for somebody to blame. Don't listen to ugly people. But she works in an industry dominated by liberal whites and liberal Jews who agree with her. So what America, again, is she talking about? Most of the folks on that production crew are Jewish and white. Filming her say this right now. Let me start it over.
I just need to know, why does America have so much hatred for black people? Is it because when you see black people, you're reminded of the sins of this country? Is it because my ass is too fat? Is it because people need a scapegoat for their own shortcomings? Or is it because my ass is too fat?
Who keeps racial tension alive? Well, there's a long answer to that question, but to keep it short, there are various different special interest groups, think tanks, political action committees, and very wealthy people that benefit from Americans being focused on race, culture wars, transgenders, LGBTQIA, etc. All of these different culture issues. And I'm not saying that they're not important. They are. But what's more important is the fact that we have criminals in Congress that have ran up a $37 trillion national debt, an unimaginable amount of money that will never be paid off. What's more important is that we have entitlement programs, Social Security, Medicare, that are mathematically unsustainable, that cannot survive. But if I can keep you focused on racism, then I can keep you distracted from economic conditions, this precarious economic reality that we are in as American people. And I can pay people like Leslie to stoke the flames of racial tension. A couple of things. She said, why does America hate black people? Talk about charged language. Talk about slandering the entire American population as if there aren't plenty of white, Hispanic, Asian, Pacific Islander, American Indian, Alaskan Native, and black people in America that love black people. What exactly is she referring to? Is she referring to one of the branches of government? All three branches of government? Is she referring to a particular political party? Is she referring to a state government? To cast such a broad net and to make such a harsh accusation saying that America hates black people is utterly asinine. None of her commentary outside of that was funny. So, I mean, if you found that comical, all right. I want you to ask yourself, when she decided to make these statements, what was the objective? What was the goal? Was it restorative? Was she aiming at mitigating the tension and the hostility that exists between blacks and whites in America? Or was she stoking the flames of racial tension? Is her objective to bring awareness to racism? Because if I'm not mistaken, it's all over the place. So, in closing, this race hustler here who has a reported net worth of $7 million, that is a host on The Daily Show on Comedy Central, a television channel that is nationally broadcasted, is saying that America hates black people. How did she get her job? Were the Americans or the institutions in America that gave her her job hateful of black people? Curious to know.
And again, that's D-Blade Ford. I love his breakdowns. But she isn't even asking, she's asking a question, but not really. Her question is accusatory. So she's basically asking a question as if what she's saying is already factual. Why does America hate black people? She's asking a question that's ridiculous, but the way she's asking the question already makes folks believe America's racist. Because again, I keep telling you all, when black people are talking, nobody thinks they're lying. Nobody thinks they are lying. I keep telling you all this. Black people have the greatest privilege known to man. They can get in front of a microphone, a television, get in a television studio, get on a stage, an auditorium, an arena, and whatever they say out of their mouth, the majority of people listening are going to agree. Even the people that will push back against her and say America isn't racist, they will concede that and say that there are people that are racist in America. They'll even concede on that point. They'll say there are some things that happen that are racist in America. I'm going to say there is no such thing as racism at all.
And as if
there's no such thing. And you know why? If you ask a person that you think is racist why they don't like another group of people, they're going to give you a laundry list of things. A person that is truly racist, when you ask them, why don't you like black people? They're going to say, because they're black. And that's it. Why don't you like white people? Which is what black folks actually do. Black folks are actually racist. Why don't you like white people? Because they're white. Black folks actually give that answer. But when you talk to these so-called racist people, there's a reason why I don't like a group of people. You may not like the reason. You may not agree with it, but it's a reason. A true racist is going to say, I don't like them because they're Asian, period. That's my reason. We don't hear that. We hear a list of reasons as to why folks don't like other groups of people. There is no such thing as racism. It is people that have created biases based on experience, based on what they've been taught or whatever. But racism doesn't even exist. It doesn't exist. It's not real. How can a social construct, something that's made up, how can you attach an ism to it? It's not real.
If you are calling me racist, you have already lost whatever argument you're trying to have. You cannot debate me on the facts. So you are throwing out superlatives, statements that are meant to dismiss what I am saying without actually having to engage in the argument. And so here's the thing. I will say this out loud. I don't think race exists. Race is a construct invented by society, and it is used as a tool of division. If you look in nature, you are never going to see animals caring what color any other animals are. If you look at children, you never see them notice anything about anybody's color. And you can take my husband, who is Mexican American, and you can take someone that's my friend that grew up in East Los Angeles that is Mexican American. They don't have any cohesive values that are the same. They are not a race. Mexican American is not a race. Do genetics exist? Yes. Does melanin in your skin exist? Yes. Does culture exist? Yes. But does melanin plus culture equal race? No. Does melanin plus location plus political affiliation? No. And I'll tell you why we know this is true, because the same people that are always trying to convince me how real race is, as soon as I point them to somebody that is their same race that does not agree with them, they will say not all skin folk are kinfolk. So if not all skin folk are kinfolk, it is clear that race does not exist. Culture exists. groups exist. People that have ideological alignment and the same amount of melanin may exist, but that does not make a race. Stop calling people racist or Nazis because you don't want to debate the actual facts.
So I'm almost done with Molly's book. Oh, shoot. Dang it. I knocked my... I think I'm on this page. Anyway, I'm reading Molly's book. I'm almost done. But again, when she's talking about animals, right? And if you read the book, it makes sense. So animals function off of survival. What animals do is necessary for themselves and the environment. So animals aren't going to separate themselves based on appearance. They're not going to do it because the function of what they need. So a herd, let's say a herd of animals, for example, if one of the animals is a different color, the herd is not going to kick them out because the herd knows that they're safer with more numbers. So she talks about how animals don't even look at the world the same way as people do. People have the luxury of saying, I'm this, you're that, and there's been a society created to support that. But I guarantee if the lights get cut off tomorrow and everything goes black, you're not going to see that much racism. You're not. You'll see people group up in the beginning, but when the bodies start piling up, you're going to see folks come up together with like interests. We only have race and all this division in a structured environment. Let all this stuff collapse, all this stuff go out the window. You're going to lose feminism. You're going to lose transgenders. You're going to lose all that stuff and go out. Folks want to survive. So your most hardest lesbian, I'm talking about your most studiest stud, is going to be feminine in the apocalypse. She's going to be feminine. She's going to turn feminine because she won't want to live. Once women figure out quickly that groups of women are not going to be able to survive, they're going to start finding men. So the only reason this stuff even works is because we are in a controlled, structured environment. In other words, the only reason we can even have racial divisions is because we aren't subject to nature. We're not subject to nature. Subject to nature means you actually got to build your residence. You actually got to build it. You got to build it quick because a storm is coming. You actually got to hunt for your food. You actually got to go gather and farm. You ain't got time to worry about race. You don't. So when she's talking about animals, she's talking about animals look for survival and they look for preservation of the species. They don't focus on appearance. We focus on appearance. We say that somebody white doesn't have melanin, and we say that somebody black has melanin. Then we get deep and say, you got the different kind of melanin, all this foolishness. But just let the lights cut out and you'll see all this stuff go away. Ain't gonna be no Republican, Democrat, ain't gonna be no liberal, conservative. People gonna want to live. Now, I'm not saying you won't have groups that are, crazy and want to take advantage of the situation. You're gonna have folks that are dictators. You're gonna have folks who want to live in communes and peace and harmony. But the main function is going to be survival. You're gonna see people survive, and they're not gonna base it on race. Thank you, Eric. You have another one when I finish her book. But let's continue.
So actually, it feels like nail polish remover cotton, natural. All right, everyone, how do we feel about cotton as decoration? Personally, for me, it doesn't feel great.
Hello, AD. Welcome to my home. Come on in. This house for a really, really long time. I actually worked with my sister Venus. Get inside my brain and pick my brain and show you my vision. And I didn't want to lose that aspect, but I also didn't want a formal living room. And I was just trying to decide, what do I do? Now, I love art and I love, all kinds of like artists, and I find it really cool. So I was like, what if I had a formal living room, but instead of it being a living room, it's called an art gallery. So this is our gallery. It has some more fun stuff. This is a Leonardo Drew, another Radcliffe Bailey. These doors are actually from Nepal, which is really cool.
You know what's disheartening? Is that all the Black people I admired, they all let me down. Every last one of them disappointed me. Every last one. I used to think Sierra was the finest thing ever. Now I look at her with utter disgust. Utter disgust. She's a propaganda tool. Just disgusting. Just disgusting. And then it's sad. Now she's pushing some kind of weight loss drug too. It's just all the Black folks I thought was something all turned out to be nothing. It's crazy. She says she wants Marvin Gaye, Luther Vandross, Little Anita.
You. Make some room, bye. Woo! Are you Jamie?
Yes.
Okay. Jamie, I'm gonna ask you to remove the hat while getting in my car. I'm gonna ask you to remove the hat while you getting in my car.
What's wrong with my hat?
Do you see what's going on in the world right now? Have y'all even turned on the TV? I'm one of those.
You're one of those?
And you're one of those that's not. What? As I can see. Because you all parading around with him with that on.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? This is are you racist?
I'm not racist at all.
Okay then. So what are you talking
what
about?
I'm trying to say, like, I'm scared for my life. Because everything very.
Oh my God.
Everything that's happening and you sitting up there parading around wearing that. Can you please take that off or get out of my car?
Bro.
It's 110 degrees. Either you take it off or go stand in the heat. Because I'm in AC. I'm cool as a cucumber.
We're cool as well. So
okay. Yeah. All right. You know what? Let me unlock the door. It's an issue.
What you want to do, bro?
You're disrespecting me in my own car.
Okay. They love throwing that word.
Okay. Unlock.
I swear to God.
Okay. Get out.
Right.
Get out. I'm done now.
You must be really happy in my face.
I am very happy.
Cancel the ride.
Yeah, cancel the ride. You can take your little money back.
We don't report this Uber.
I report it to whoever you want to. I'm sorry, but call my rules.
Wow. Thank you.
Exactly.
Now, I say this all the time. There is no such thing as Black entertainment. Black entertainment is propaganda. It's programming. Now, this is supposed to be a skit, but at the end of the day, it's not a skit, though. It's programming. This is not, like, this isn't creative, her creative juices flowing. God forbid. It's not her. It's not that. This is her giving you her political stance in a skit, letting you know where she stands. So she puts herself in the victim position, even though she's the owner of the car, she still fears for her life. So the hat makes her powerless, makes her a victim. Again, there's no such thing as Black entertainment. All entertainment for Black people is nothing but programming and propaganda. That's all it is. And the majority of black folks agree with this. She is a white chick's character. That's exactly what she is. Blanche, would you ever wear a MAGA hat outside in public? I want to, but I admire safety first. I'm gonna say this right. I'm gonna say this. I've never been compelled to wear a MAGA hat. To be honest with you, I've never wanted to wear a MAGA hat. I've never wanted to wear one. I'd probably. Well, that's a good question. What would I get more flack from? You know what? I might do an experiment now that you mentioned that. I might wear a MAGA hat with I ain't black, I'm free shirt. I might do that experiment. I might do that. I ain't black, I'm free with the MAGA hat and see what kind of reaction I get. I got a license to carry though, so I'm not gonna be a target. So I'm not gonna be sitting there as no target. I'm not, so I'm gonna protect myself. But yeah. But yeah, I've never been compelled to wear one because I see Figgy in here trying to be an antagonist, rebellious spirit. I don't own a MAGA hat. So clearly I haven't wanted to wear a MAGA hat. So that's common sense. But as far as my safety though, I don't fear my safety wearing a MAGA hat, but I think it would be a conversation. I don't know. I don't fear my safety though. I don't think people are. I'm in Georgia. If I was in California, maybe. If I was in New York, maybe. I don't know, but not here in Georgia because you're running the black folks to support Trump, so it's not that crazy. But no, there's no. If you're a woman and you're rebellious, you working for Satan. You can go. If you send me a DM, I can send you the shirt because I gotta see if my website is still up. I don't think I paid it. I don't think I paid to renew it because I wasn't selling nothing. But if you are a rebel and you a woman, you talking to Satan because you ain't being a rebel against the matriarchy. You ain't being a rebel against feminism. You ain't being a rebel against none of this foolishness. You being a rebel against a man. So yeah, no. But I might do a MAGA hat with the I ain't black, I'm free shirt and see what kind of reaction I get because that's gonna be, I don't know. But I don't fear for my safety though. I don't. Who's the Prince of Trolls? Me? Y'all think I'm the Prince of Trolls? Y'all think I be trolling? I don't think I troll. I don't think I troll. A white lie, okay. White Lives Matter t-shirt with a MAGA hat. That's a good question though. Which shirt has more impact? White Lives Matter or I ain't black, I'm free. God, y'all gonna make me order a shirt, man. But I never been compelled to wear a Trump hat. I don't know. I just don't. I never been big on just doing what everybody. I don't know. I just say that ain't my thing. I just, the hats I love are this hat right here, probably my favorite hat, and this hat right here is my second favorite hat. These are my two favorite hats. I love these hats. And then probably this hat. I love this hat too. And then this hat from Leatherface. Those are my hats I love. Denise, you right, Denise. Don't tempt. You're right. I shouldn't be tempted. You're right. Denise, you're right. I shouldn't tempt because that's exactly what that's doing. I'm tempting. You're right. All right. Anyway, let's go here. See, I got some wisdom. Denise gave me some wisdom. Don't tempt, saith the Lord. She is right. Don't tempt. You're right. Because that is tempting God. Because I'm asking to do something to agitate and asking that God protect me. Thank you, Cruise Missile, for the super sticker. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Kofi 19, keep talking bad. It's been music to my ears since I found this channel. Thank you, Kofi. I will. Dom said, send me a shirt. Listen, y'all I'll put my email in the chat over here. Y'all can email me and y'all can and I can send y'all a shirt. I'll put my email in here. He is Blanchard at email at gmail.com. Yeah, if y'all want to get a shirt, you know, he is Blanchard at gmail.com. Thank you, All Production, for the super sticker. Thank you so much. Will, hey, Blanche, are you aware of the cops who pulled Terrence Crawford over and put a gun in his face? I like Crawford, but the Bliggies are using this incident to prove the cops are slave catchers. I got to check it out, Will. You know, black folks, you know, they're going to do what they do. I'm curious to see his response, though. Is he going to take the victim route? But thank you, Will. All Production, thank you again. And Brandy, she looks like the white chick's character. Thank you. Talking about old girl in the Uber driver. But listen, if y'all want a shirt, honestly, listen, I'm gonna charge y'all for the shirt. You ain't getting the shirt for free, but I'll charge y'all 20 for the shirt. Cause I ain't at this point I ain't making no profit, but I charge y'all 20 for the shirt. I think that's fair because it's actually a good quality shirt. The shirt's good quality, 3D lettering, it's legit. Tag on the inside, it's all legit. But if y'all want to buy a shirt for 20 bucks, you can email me and I'll send email me with your address. You know, I'm gonna give you my Cash App. Y'all can Cash App me, email me the address, and I will ship it out the next day. I feel like 20 is fair. You know, it really should be 30, but 20 is fair because, I mean, to me, the shirts mean more than profit. Because I didn't get the shirt I got the shirt because it meant something. It meant freedom for me. It meant true freedom, that I wasn't in bondage. I wasn't in bondage to my race. Is there a pic of the shirt? I might have. Let me see. I may have a picture of the shirt in this folder right here. Let me see. Maybe not, but I will. Yeah, I don't see one, but I will. Let me go another folder real quick. Let me go back. Let me look under my logos. Is that no, that's not it. Yeah, I don't think I have one. Let me see if my website is. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. If I just type it in. Oh yeah, it's on. It's on the. Well, I found it on. Yeah, I found. Let me see. Hey, my website is still up. It's crazy. My website is still up. It's crazy. Let me just go to. I'm sure I can show it to you so y'all can see it. This is the actual shirt. And right here on the bottom, it has black is a color. No, black is a color or the absence of a color, but not a person. Then I got my logo on the back of this patch. And then it's like inside of the shirt, there's my logo with my patch in there. Listen, it's good quality. It's a good quality shirt. Yeah, okay. So yeah, y'all see it. Y'all see it. Y'all see the shirt. You know, my goal was to get one. I'm not white, I'm free. You know, because my goal was to free the people up from those identities. I didn't realize that what it evolved to was our identity being in Christ. But when I first did this, I wasn't thinking that far ahead. I just knew Holy Spirit said you're not black. So that's what prompted this. You know, when Joe Biden said what he said on the Breakfast Club, that kind of it did something. I don't know, it did something. The Holy Spirit spoke to me, it did. And I realized that that was the system of control, because once you have folks saying they're black, then by default, folks got to be white. And if you got black and white, then you got everybody else like it's just a continuous cycle of just it's programming. It's programming. It's programming. Do not wear this to the Chinese takeout spot. Why? Because they're gonna duplicate it. Because they're gonna duplicate it. Why? Because they're gonna take it. Brandy said, what scripture is that, Brandy? The Bible says that I am established in righteousness and oppression is far from me. Where is the site is www.hhm.com. But you can just email me. Hold on, man. Let me pin the email, man. Y'all can just email me for the shirts, but the website is www.hhmforever.com. But what's that scripture though, Brandy? I want that scripture. Thank you, Nikki. Isaiah 54:14. I like that scripture. I like the way that sounds. I like that a lot. That spoke to me. Well, that spoke to me. Isaiah 54:14. In thy righteousness shalt thou be established. Thou shalt be far from oppression, for thou shalt not fear, and from terror, for it shall not come near thee. Amen. And we're going to end on that note. Listen, I love y'all. That is a beautiful scripture. Thank you so much, Brandy. Thank y'all for tuning in today. I will be back on, what's today, Tuesday? Thursday. I love y'all, and I will see you all soon, God willing. Is Chinese takeout a real immigration joke? I don't get it. Anyway, listen, I love y'all. and I'll see y'all soon. Thank you.